Way back in September 2018, I started making videos for a mobile game called Command & Conquer Rivals. I was tired of all the hatred it was getting online from folks who clearly hadn't even given the game a chance, and wanted to show people just how much fun the game was. That's where this concept of showing off awesome mobile games originally came from. Now, I've yet to find another game like CNC Rivals. I love how Redwood took the CNC franchise, then distilled it down to a fast-paced strategic battler. You see, I've always enjoyed a good RTS, and the original Command & Conquer games hold a very special place in my heart, especially Tiberian Sun. But are there any other good RTS games on mobile? You'd think a touch interface was perfect for a real-time strategy after all. Well, that's a quest I've been on for a while now, and here is one of the games that I found. Iron Marines. Made by Ironhide Game Studio, a team best known for the Kingdom Rush fantasy tower defense game, Iron Marines is a sci-fi real-time strategy game with a very unique twist. I'd almost refer to it as a hero RTS, and this certainly reminds me of StarCraft in more than a few ways. The game is split up across 3 huge chapters, standalone stories where the Iron Marines have been called in to assist with some kind of problem. I won't spoil the latter campaigns for you, but as an example, the first world is a simple, aliens are invading, please help the poor colonials, and so you, an Iron Marine hero with teams of troops, wade into combat. At the start of the game, you have access to 3 heroes. Taggins, a gruff and stoic soldier with a personal shield and experimental uranium ammo. Kara, a foul-mouthed aggressive tomboy in a power suit armed with heavy ordnance. And Paragon, an alien being made from the souls of 1,000 departed warriors. You pick your hero and drop into combat. Beyond these 3 starting heroes, you can pay to unlock others like Darwin, a gorilla with a rocket pack. Sparus, an intergalactic hunter supported with a Falx 3 battle sheep, yes, you can't make this stuff up, and Mark X, a battle tank with a daredevil crew and a gassy pilot. The controls are very basic, but functional and responsive. Tap a unit to select it, double tap the screen to select all units, and drag a line to direct a unit where to move to. Units will open fire automatically as long as they're not moving, meaning you need to consider your positioning very carefully. Pinching in and drawing out zooms the camera, and tapping on an enemy unit tells your units to treat that one as a priority. That's it, there's no real micro controls or setting up of macros. It's very straightforward and it feels immediately natural with a touch interface. Successful missions grant various rewards, both credits for buying equipment, tech points for the tech tree, and experience for the hero that you used. Credits are used to buy power-ups from the shop. These can be bombs that you drop in missions, sudden boosts to your production speed, that kind of thing. They're not necessary by any stretch, but they can get you out of a tight spot in a pinch. You earn a lot of credits through general gameplay, and as I said, I've never really found myself needing to use these power-ups, but this is where the game has an extra microtransaction. If you really need credits, you can purchase more, but I never even came close to wishing I had more. Tech points open up slots on a massive tech tree. This branching path gradually unlocks all kinds of crazy abilities for your troops. Some of these are tamer upgrades, like increased health or damage for certain units, but some add entirely new abilities, like allowing a mech pilot to eject and rebuild his mech if it gets destroyed, or giving towers a self-destruct capability. The variety on offer in this tech tree is insane and doesn't appear to have a cap. Keep playing and earning tech points and eventually you'll be able to max it out, meaning that if you're struggling, you can choose to grind earlier missions to increase your combat capabilities. Finally, the experience points can be used to level up your hero's ability. Using Taggins as an example, this makes his personal shield reflect damage and eventually heals him after its use. His uranium ammo eventually gets a stun capability and a massive increase in damage, or you can choose to increase his survivability in various ways. When heroes die though, they don't stay dead. After a short period, they respawn and drop back into combat, ready to kick more butt. Now, many missions allow you to build rudimentary defences. Around your Ethereum extractors, you can build various turrets to keep enemy swarms at bay. This is important, as Ethereum is the currency that you'll use to build units, so your extractors will need to be protected. They're also the point from which you build those new units, and that's where Iron Marines takes a unique twist. Units come in 3 flavours, you see: Marines, Mechs, and Ethereals. Marines are things like the rifle-wielding rangers, sniper teams, or engineers. Mechs are towering battle walkers armed with flamethrowers, rocket launchers, or massive fists. And ethereals are psionic aliens, guardians as close combat specialists, diplomats that create psychic barriers, and channelers armed with a devastating mental ray attack. So far, so standard. However, if you build a marine unit, you can later transform them between the three roles. Build a sniper squad but are getting overwhelmed by swarms? Swap them into rangers with machine guns. Is your flamer mech getting ripped apart by flying units? Then swap it for rocket launches. This ability to swap between units as you need them adds a level of tactical depth. It's also hilarious to watch a sniper team strip down to their undies for a moment in the middle of an active war zone. Speaking of the visuals, this game is beautiful. I adore the charming hand-drawn art style of the game. When you zoom right in, there's a surprising level of detail here hidden amongst the cutie cartoonish graphics, and plenty of little Easter eggs hidden around the missions. Keep an eye out for the various Star Trek references, for example. Beyond the 3 campaigns, there are bonus special operations and challenge missions to attempt. Along with various difficulty levels and a full set of achievements, gives you some unusual goals to reach for to keep you entertained. Even the main campaign lasts for many hours. There is certainly no shortage of content here. Now, as with other games, Iron Marines does come at a minor cost of a couple of dollars for entry, but considering that this gets you the main game and 3 of the heroes out of the box, this seems more than reasonable. If you really enjoy the game and want to try the other heroes, these vary from a couple of dollars to 6 or 7, and do add a decent amount of variety to the game, if that's your thing. As it stands, Iron Marines is a fantastic single-player mobile real-time strategy with a great mission design and structure. The art style is charming and unique amongst RTS games, and it works so well with the gameplay. Iron Marines has given me months of gaming pleasure, and it works without an internet connection, meaning I'll be playing it on my flights to visit the UK this week. I'd urge you guys to give it a try too if you have a spare $1 or 2 lying around. If you do give it a try, let me know in the comments below how you enjoy it. If you played the game, what was your favourite aspect of it? If you enjoy mobile gaming and fancy more suggestions like this coming your way, slap that subscribe button and ring the bell to be notified when new videos go live. Finally, all of this is made possible through YouTube ad revenue and by my excellent crew of Patreons. To help support this channel, please let the ads play out or come join us on Patreon. Details are on screen now. Happy sailing!